Live from the Rant Radio Network, you're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis,
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
Welcome to another episode of the most exciting show you'll ever hear. Another beautiful day, man. I had a birthday day today for me, a very special day for me today.
Right on. And to my right here, Miss Lisa Lombardi from Chicago Title. How are you, Miss Lisa? All right.
Let's get this mother crawl.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
there you go. Give us a call, 855-693-4897. You can win a $25 gift card to Stevens Steakhouse located in the City of Commerce, compliments of Carlos Cruz and the Pico Rivera Chamber of Commerce, or a $200 teeth whitening from Gardens Dental at 7218 Garfield Avenue in the City of Bell Gardens. And the Real Estate Rant, as well as AGR and Associates, are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates and Stroke Awareness. You can reach Michael Aguilar at www.strokeawareness101.com, or you can email Mike at michaelpaguilar@hotmail.com. So we do have a birthday wish coming up today.
Before we get started, I have a very special shout out that I want to give out. If we can put her picture up on the screen, Mr. Pantalones. And this is my daughter. She's turning 17. I just want to give her a very special shout out. And I wrote a little bit of words that I want to be etched on YouTube for the rest of her life. So when I die, she can play back this message, and it reads. It says, Jalissa, you are like the sunlight that reflects on the raindrops to make beautiful rainbows. Today I'm celebrating the best gift I ever received. Thank you for coming into my world. Happy birthday to the child who stole my heart and who has kept it all these years. Don't worry about returning it, baby. It's happy where it's at. I love you, Gogo, and happy birthday to my little princess.
Jalissa's nickname is Gogo.
Gogo, that's
right,
that's her nickname.
Your daughter is really beautiful.
Great.
So
Yeah,
it must be your.
She's 17. She just turned 17 today, so she's a young little woman now. She's growing up, and it's just I'm just proud of her. I've never thought I lived this long to see her grow up.
Right on. Well, she definitely bears your resemblance, Mr.
Well,
Alonso.
happy
She takes the good looks.
birthday.
She takes the good looks from her dad, huh?
Happy birthday.
I think it's the mother.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, Miss Jalissa, or shall I say Mrs. Gogo.
Mrs. Gogo.
Right
That's
on.
a little nickname.
And, I have to say 17 was like the perfect age. You're not quite legal, but then again, if you get busted, you just go home. Give us a call, 855-693-4897, or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. Every week we get questions and answers, beefs. If you happen to have a question about real estate or have a beef on a real estate agent or thereabouts, give us a call. We'll try and answer the question. Alonso, myself, or Lisa will try and address those issues. And every week, Mr. Alonso follows those emails. What did we get this week, sir?
This week's question comes, let me see who this, it comes from Robert out of Diamond Bar, and it reads, I talked to my mortgage loan person, but she didn't explain in good short details. Anyway, she told me there is risk in losing my down payment if I don't do things right. I put down a down payment for a loan. At the end, if it doesn't approve, I lose my money. Someone please explain. I'm lost.
Oh God! Somebody did not explain the contingencies to this gentleman?
And that's what it is. In most cases, the contract would be contingent upon certain items like inspections and financing. In a standard contract, there's a section that covers financing, and there's a section that covers the inspection period. In both of these sections, there should be a date, and the inspection should be done before those dates, so you can back out and escrow can return your deposit back. Usually it's 10 to 20 days, if I remember, Alex, correctly.
It's usually 17 days, but that's all negotiable. It's all negotiable. But here's something else about the loan contingency, because that's kind of what he's talking about, is that sometimes there is no loan contingency. There is a section on the contract that actually will address that. And so, if you have a savvy agent, like if you were working with somebody at AGR and Associates, you would be well explained, right, in terms of what the contingency periods are and how not to lose your deposit. So that's one of those items on there that we check off as soon as we talk to a buyer. We want to have that conversation with them and explain that on the contract.
Well, that's why it's so important to have a professional agent to represent you, to explain everything to you.
Yeah, because there are some people that just don't like agents. They don't want to deal with them. You know, the for sale by owner guys.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true too.
So that's happened to me. What else we get this week, Mr.
Well,
Alonso?
that's what we got. I hope this helps our friend out there who wrote into us, and if we can be further assistance, you want it explained more properly, give us a call here at AGR and Associates, and we'll be glad to do that. What we do have is the real estate fund trivia questions. This week's real estate fund trivia question is it reads. Which famous skilled mason laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. in 1793?
No, you gentlemen, if you know the answer, don't answer on the air, okay? We're trying to get somebody to call in. So give us a call, 855-693-4897. Alonso, read it again.
It reads, which famous skilled mason laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. in 1793?
1793. Wow.
1793.
Wow.
So you have to be a history major to answer that one.
That was back when Jesus played with dinosaurs, man. I'll tell you.
Well, hopefully we have some listeners out there that know this question.
Well, feel free to go on Wikipedia or Google it.
Google it.
Yeah, and find that question. You can win a $25 gift card or a $200 teeth whitening. If you happen to call in, 855-693-4897. In-house today, we have Mr. Charles Villanueva and Carlos Bautista from Anamar Windows Manufacturing and CB Window Center. I apologize. You can reach Charles at 562-760-4051. That's 562-760-4051. And these gentlemen will be sharing today what they do for a living, and that is manufacture and, you guys don't install necessarily,
Right.
but you guys manufacture the windows. And I thought after having the conversation with you, Charles, it was interesting to hear all the things that I don't know about windows, because wow, there was a lot, So, Mr. Charles, if we may start with just a short introduction about yourself.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. And what I do is business marketing consulting, and I help a business expand their outreach on sales. And in this particular business, it's selling windows. And basically, I do the marketing along with the owner, Mr. Bautista, and we plan out campaigns to take care of letting the public know what we're doing.
Right on. Mr. Carlos, what about yourself? You've been in the window business for some years now.
Yes, quite a few years, and a lot of experience with it. Therefore,
Yeah, I just pulled
okay.
it. Yeah, that's
yeah.
great.
So
Thank
I've
you.
been at it for quite a while. So I do have a lot of experience in the window business, and one of the things that we're doing right now is promoting Anamar windows. It's a great window, and this is basically what we're focusing on.
How did you get started in the window business, Mr.
Well, I started
Bautista?
in the window business years ago. When real estate was really, really moving. Back then, there were a lot of hot homes, and I got involved into the window business by doing the window screens.
A lot of people back then, they had a lot of equity in their home,
A
and they
lot
would
of equity.
refinance
A
and
lot of
remodel.
equity.
And the
And
first thing you
remodel.
want to change out is your windows.
That was a very most important thing that people wanted to do the very first thing, because there's three things that you can do to a house is really going to upgrade the value of the property, and one of them will be the roofing, the other one the kitchen, the other one definitely
Windows,
the windows.
and
Definitely.
as soon as you change a window,
Right.
it gives a
Yeah.
totally different,
Completely.
new look on the home.
Now, is this back in the 70s?
Yes, in the 70s, right.
So that was a totally different window back then.
Well, back then, yes, we were talking about the aluminum window. And
Yeah.
since then, I mean, it has really progressed. I mean, that was just single glaze aluminum windows. And then after that, we went with the double insulated aluminum windows. And now, what the government in the state of California is requiring is double insulated vinyl windows or wooden windows.
I've heard also, Mr. Bautista, there's some windows that actually have gas in the middle of them.
That is correct, right? That is called the air gun gas, and it's I'm on kind of a little, how can I put it? A lot of people will request that. However, I feel that with California, as much earthquake as we have and everything else, that it breaks the seal, and I would much rather go with a good glass like Carnal glass. and a good dural seal that's going to seal it, and that would be a lot better than the gas.
What is the gas for? What does that do?
Well, originally that was to hold for the noise factor,
Oh, okay.
and also to keep it the double insulated so the rays of the sun would not go through. But nowadays, we have the dural seal in the cardinal glass that works just as good, and
So
but
that
if
will
someone
keep
wanted
your
to-
home.
they would keep it right.
It will keep your home cooler and
But
from
really,
the heat.
really cooler. However, there is also the triple pane that if someone lives by the railroad tracks, airport, or a busy, highway,
Noise reduction, huh?
noise reduction, exactly, triple pane.
And I could totally understand. I
Yeah.
wish I knew about those because I live right next to a train track. When the train passes, it feels like it's an earthquake. So when a real earthquake does happen, I just think it's a train passing by.
No,
With the triple pane, you won't even have to worry about it.
No, I live, unfortunately, I live like on a busy kind of
Right.
street, even though I'm right in the middle of two homes, but I live right by a Starbucks, so I can hear everything. So that's great to know that, you can get a window that can kind of help with all the noise.
You can hear him talking, Lisa.
What
I can
Starbucks-
actually hear 'em
What Starbucks do you live by, Lisa?
Well,
Because
I-
all the Starbucks I walk into, they're quiet. All you can see is people on their laptops.
Well, trust
Yeah.
me, mine's kind of loud. Mine's loud.
It's like a library, huh? When they do that.
You really don't even
Yeah.
have to go to the triple pane. I mean, triple pane is mainly for, major, like airport, railroad, But, please, double insulated would be great. That's all you really need, that double
So
insulated.
it must be quite a jump now from doing screens now to manufacturing your own windows.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like a big
Yes.
operation. I mean it's
Yes, it's a dream come true for me because, like I said, I worked for so many years buying windows from other vendors, and so many windows that I sold in the past. And mainly, my biggest thing was the promotional on the windows, and now the fact that we can manufacture our own window, it makes it so much easier. And I'm there to offer the public what a lot of the other vendors were not able to offer, and that's what I'm here for.
And what is that? What is it that you're offering that the other
Number
vendors-
one thing that we do is excellent service. I mean, someone, say a contractor comes into my place, he really wants a window, he wants it right away, he's in a rush. A lot of times it happens, or he measured wrong. We can get his window right away. I mean, boom.
Hold that thought. We're coming up on a break.
That's
Don't
right.
touch that mouse. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Real Estate Rant and AGR Realtors are proud supporters of Michael Aguilar and Associates, advocates for stroke awareness and integrative healthcare.
In February 2012, I suffered a stroke due to high blood pressure. I was rushed to the hospital where I was admitted for the next 30 days. I was initially told I may have to stay in the hospital for about 3 months, but I made rapid improvements in my recuperation and continued to improve to this day.
When Michael left the hospital, he did not have insurance to cover his rehabilitation, so he focused on integrative healthcare to get better. At the end of 2013, seeing a need for stroke awareness, Michael started his own company, Michael Aguilar and Associates, to focus on creating awareness about the dangers of high blood pressure and stroke.
If you would like more information, please call me at 562-464-7297, or you can visit my website at www.strokeawareness101.com.
Michael Aguilar and Associates, creating awareness and saving lives one person at a time.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
Been in an accident? Then you need your vehicle professionally repaired. That's exactly what you get when you bring your vehicle to Greg's Auto Body Repair. 3 quotes within minutes. We will provide everything you need for a hassle-free auto body repair, from an accurate estimate to working with your insurance company. We will get your vehicle to its pre-accident condition as soon as possible. Greg's Auto Body has been serving Los Angeles County and local cities since 1970. Call us at 562-789-1300.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home, at AGR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AGR & Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español. Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. And to, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And to your right, our beautiful co-host, Miss Lisa Lombardi.
Yeah, you almost
Well,
forgot her
thank
name, didn't you?
Well, he wanted to see me. I'm not used to not seeing him. Yeah.
I would have
We're
preferred
like,
her
we
in the
need you.
middle,
I
but
know.
Yeah, okay.
Alex wants to be the attention of the show.
Usually she's sitting over there. That's
Oh,
why,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
usually we have one, sometimes two guests, but a lot of times all three of us aren't here, so it just depends. But it was nice to have everybody here. Give us a call, 855-693-4897, or you can email us at realestaterantradio@gmail.com. In-house today, we have Mr. Charles Villanueva and Carlos Bautista from Anamar Windows Manufacturing and CB Window Center. You can reach Charles at 562 area code 760-4051. And you can also go to their website at www.anamarwindows.com. That's ANAMAR. Windows.com. Pretty good website, by the way. I did pull some information off there before the show, and I was able to see some of that stuff. Give us a call, 855-693-4897. You can win a $25 gift card or a $200 teeth whitening. If you have a question for myself, Alonso, Lisa, Charles, or Carlos, and about Windows today, which is a subject matter. And actually, Lisa had a question during the break.
Yeah, no, and what I was going to ask you is how did you get started, manufacturing your own windows, but how did you, I guess what I'm trying to say here is like when you first got started.
What are you trying to say,
Right.
Lisa?
Well, what I'm trying to say here is
Basically, where
Alex,
did it started?
where did you start? I mean,
yeah.
when did you
It started
start?
in my garage, making window screens for people in the community, because that's what people used to do back in those days. I'm talking about in the 70s. And people were not thinking about replacing windows. There were no windows to replace. They were replacing broken glass and window screens. And I started replacing the window screens, replacing the broken windows, and also making their windows operable so they could open and close them. Because a lot of the times, after it rains, the windows get stuck. They can't open them. Afterwards, about the early 60s or the early 70s, rather, they came in with the bronze aluminum windows, and they also came with the white windows.
You're
And a
talking,
lot of people started replacing.
Carlos, you're
Yes.
talking way back in the days when you had
Yeah.
those big wooden double hung windows. When it rained, the wood would
Yeah, and it had
expand.
the
Yeah,
little
it's
weights
The
with
wood would
the
expand,
wires.
and then they
Yeah.
wouldn't
You
be able
wouldn't
to
be able to open it.
open and close them.
Yeah, they'd paint shut a lot of
They
times.
paint shut, exactly. That's what the problem was. A lot of people had problems, and that's the reason why I had a service that I would make their windows operable by going over there, waxing them for them, replacing the
so wax, because I was thinking, well,
Right.
did he go grease them? But I mean, you can't
No,
do it.
waxing.
Yeah, that's what they fall
Yeah,
they fall on
really.
their fingers afterwards. And then they have those little
Weights.
wires with
The
the,
little
weights on the
wires
side.
and
Yeah.
All I remember is opening them and putting a broom there, a
broom or something, right,
to keep them open.
And one of the things that, the hospital had a lot of accidents because, a lot of those, like you were saying, they would put a broom there or something or a stick. And the minute you would take out, maybe there was a child
Boom.
there,
Yeah,
boom.
fall down,
Man,
yeah.
you have no idea how many accidents were happening back in those days with so many people getting banged up from those windows just coming down on their fingers, on their hands.
I always deliberately paint my windows shut because I have 5 daughters.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure it's not getting out of there.
Keep 'em in, huh?
They're not even-
I was young once, right?
Yeah. A man of experience. Okay.
Yes. Give us a call, 855-693-4897. So, Mr. Carlos, now, so you started off doing screens, and we talked about the jump from doing, probably what seemingly is like handyman work.
Yes.
But now you made the jump now to manufacturing, which, that I would think would require a good pinch of money to get started.
Oh, yeah, well, money, but more than anything, I think it's just a dream, you know. And the one that I have to give that credit to would be to my youngest son,
Right on.
Andrew, because my youngest son, after seeing how hard I was working and how I had to be so frustrated waiting for my windows to be delivered on time and making my windows wrong and going from vendor to vendor,
And
it's
you, and
so
you mentioned your hands being all cut
yeah,
up.
cut up and everything, and also the long hours that I would work, you know, giving estimates and what have you. My son saw the need and he says, "Dad, why don't we manufacture windows instead of buying windows?" And I
Nice.
thought, you know, you're way out of your mind. I don't know anything about manufacturing windows.
Thought he
you
was
know?
crazy, huh?
Yeah, I really did. You know,
Yeah.
plus the money, like he just mentioned, the
Right.
money. He said, you know, the financing for those machines are very, very expensive. You know, so that
Yes,
was
yes.
just completely out. But you know, he was persistent, and he's a hustler. I mean, he found a way, and he found a way that we could open up our own manufacturing. We started with a very small one, and then from there we transferred went into a little bigger location, and now we are into a bigger location. And now, thank God, we're manufacturing about 70 windows a day.
Wow.
So speaking of windows, if we can throw up the design deal, Mr. Pantalones, check this house out, and you guys see if you can tell me what kind of house this is and what kind of windows it needs, Mr. Pantalones, if you will.
Oh my God!
This particular house we've actually had up. We have the design deal. If you give us a call and tell us what kind of house this is,
You got to put
There-
some skylights in that one.
yeah,
huh?
there will be a multiple choice up on this one in a second. But this particular house has been up a few times, and to me, I'll tell you what, it looks like.
Looks like a hut or something.
Yeah, you know, that's kind of nuts. But that is a particular kind of house, and it is one of those three.
It
So,
looks like a doghouse when your wife throws you out. Go to the doghouse. That's where you go to.
Or it looks
Speaking
like
of
the man's
experience.
cave.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the man cave right there. But
Definitely.
Good God.
yeah, this one's been up, and we haven't had any winners on this particular one. So give us a call, 855-693-4897, and you can win one of those gift cards.
I would say that's a shotgun house because that's what I'm putting in my head if I lived in one of those.
Alonso, I have the answer right here. I can't believe you're saying that. But
I know.
yeah,
That's what
but,
I was thinking.
A little hint.
Was that the correct answer?
No, that's
Oh,
wrong.
okay,
That's
then,
right. So
then we're
you're not
okay.
a winner, sir.
Then we're okay. We're making it easier for our listeners.
Like you don't know what it is, right? That one's been up. But gentlemen, looking at this, could you even put a window in this house? I mean, this is a real house, by the way. Somebody lives here.
Absolutely.
You guys can
Absolutely.
manufacture
We
something.
can take
Of
the
course.
measurements.
Okay,
take
so
the measurements.
No problem. We can put windows anywhere.
Yeah.
Charles and I spoke about this earlier on when we were doing the outline. We
Right.
talked about there's really no such thing as a standard window.
No way.
Yeah, so pretty much every single window that you put in a property, you pretty much have to measure it. There's no such thing as saying, oh yeah, this is a particular size, and I'm just gonna buy one and
Well,
pop it
I
in there.
I got a rebuttal to that because there is standard windows you buy like at a contractor's warehouse or the Home Depot, and you
yeah.
get those size. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna become a lot harder because now you're breaking stucco, now you're replacing drywall inside, now you're putting beams. So I mean, they'll sell you a standard window, but I mean, I think what these gentlemen do is they make it a little bit easier because now they're retrofitting it and they're making it to size.
Well, let me just rephrase that. We make there's three types of windows in the window industry. One of them is called the new construction window, which is exactly what Lowe's, Home Depot, and a lot of those places you see them in the rack and you can pick them right there. They're standard. They're standard sizes. However, they're not, standard windows. Any window in the window industry, double insulated, has to be, custom made. However, retrofit is for new construction, and like you said, a lot of people that don't really have the knowledge, they buy the window at a real low price. They go to and make a big old hole. They replaster, and that's crazy.
It becomes more expensive than they
really-
initially they intended
really.
to spend.
However, the thing is, for wooden windows, wooden windows are the houses that were built before the 60s, rather. Well, those are houses that have the double hung windows that go up and down with the redwood window sill.
Like
Those are for
Fred Flintstone style.
There you go. Those are block frame windows. You need block frame windows for those type with a slope sill.
A dinosaur opens it up.
There you go, something like that.
Stick his head in.
And for the new windows of the 60s, 60s, 70s, all those new windows of today, you need retrofit. the window that fits on the outside and it fits right in there like a nice glove. So there's 3 types of windows.
And even if the size, you can adjust it a little bit because
We
they
can
come
adjust
with a
it.
big
Adjust it.
border now, and it actually
That's a retrofit
and
again.
it actually makes a house. I mean, I like that look. You know, it makes
Yeah.
it makes it look like there's a molding around the window.
And that's a retrofit, yeah, definitely. Looks really nice. And however, you can do the nail on as well, and you can put a nice flange around it, or you could do the block frame, either one of them. But you have to make sure that you know what window you're talking about. Are you doing new construction? You need a nail long window. That's new construction. Okay, if you're needing you have a window from the 40s that is a wood, then you need a block frame window. Those windows go from the inside out. And then if you're that's a proper way. I'm talking about the proper way here. Okay. Now you're looking at if you're looking at a house.
There's an improper way.
There is a way. There's everything.
There's
Now,
a Mickey Mouse.
There's a
way.
Mickey Mouse
Oh,
way.
okay.
Okay. And now you're looking at a house that was built in the 70s. And you know, it has no wood or anything else. It just has the window and the plaster. You need a retrofit. That's like one with the flange around it, like you were talking about.
And you're saying
Yes.
that you guys manufacture all
All
those
3
types,
of them.
all those types
3
of
of them.
windows.
Any
okay.
type of window you want.
So
on.
how would you guys tell the customer what exactly windows that you need? Would you?
The customer usually knows it's a contractor. If he's building a new home, he knows he's going to need new construction because more than likely that's what his plans or you know his permit is asking for. However, if it's a contractor and he's doing if he knows his business, he knows that a wood window needs a block frame window. You know, I've seen a lot of people put in block frame windows in retrofits. You
Because
know,
if you get someone like me or Alex that walks into your store, or
Yeah.
place, we're like, okay,
So
give
do
me
you
that
guys
window.
do,
That
do
one
you guys
looks
do
pretty.
any installation at all too still, or just the manufacturing?
we do just the manufacturing as far as Anamart. That's all we do. And but however, we do recommend several you know licensed contractors that can go out there and you know and install the windows for you if you're looking for that.
I think I need some new windows.
Yeah, you
Everyone.
need new
I
windows.
really do. I need some new windows for my house. So when you say, I mean, what do you mean when you guys say energy efficient?
That's exactly what it means. It's energy efficiency. That means the rays of the sun will not go in. So that means when it's really super hot, the hot heat, you know, will not go in, and when it's cold, the cold air will not go in. That's because they're 3/4 thick, and that's why we use the Cardinal glass, which is the best glass in the industry. We use a dual spacer. Anyway, it's the best dual spacer we use, and we use the interlocks. You know, so that's what makes it energy efficient.
Now, Carlos,
And-
what is a clever window?
A clever window. The clever window is the one where you're talking about, and you got me a little confused there on the clever
Cleaver.
window.
It's cleaver.
Oh, cleaver. Oh, there we go
Cleaver.
The
again.
cleaver windows. Those are the windows that remember in school when you were in school and the window just opened up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
cleaver,
you
yeah.
got the air.
kinda
Kind
goes
of
up
like
on
in
the
the
back.
RVs.
Yeah.
Kind of
Right.
like in the RVs or.
Yeah.
And then when it's cold, you just remember somebody with a stick would just
Or
go
the-
close them up.
They would
that's right.
have those a lot in the restrooms a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah.
time. Hold that thought. We'll be right back. Don't touch that mouse.
And we still make those, as a matter of fact. Yeah, we make the metal.
Stay
case,
tuned.
the
We'll be
case.
right back with some more real estate rant.
It's one thing to own a business, it's another to promote it. That's why thousands of business owners rely on Monster Marketing Group. Design, print, mail, custom mailers, all for as little as 29 cents delivered. That includes postage. Send to a neighborhood, zip code, or an entire city. With just a simple call, 888-49-MONSTER, you can easily promote your business, sales, events, grand openings, send coupons, and much more.
Your mail delivers in as little as 5 days. No dealing with the mailing list or paperwork. Monster Marketing does all the heavy lifting. Get started now by calling 888-49-MONSTER or go to monsterng.com.
Monster Marketing Group. We deliver, we give you results, we can prove it.
What? Let's get this mother crock!
Hello, this is Steve.
Hey Steve, it's Angela. Just wanted to see if you want to go out to lunch today.
I can't right now. I'm trying to find a company to build my website. The guy I was working with vanished and he won't return my calls.
Hey, you should call Infuse. They've helped our company with our website and it came out great. They've been around for almost about 20 years. They have great service and they're very knowledgeable.
I don't have a big budget though. You think they can still help?
Sure, I saw their portfolio. They work on all types of projects.
Is this one of those overseas companies that only communicates through emails? I want to see someone face to face to show them what I want.
Not at all. They're just down the street from you. Give them a call at 562-450-4512.
What's that number again?
562-450-4512. You can visit them at their website at infuse.com.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
It's hot out here. I need a drink. Have a mucho macho michelada. What's a michelada? Michelada is a Mexican Bloody Mary made with beer. All you have to do is get bucket-sized michelada, open it up, pour it in your favorite beer, and you're good.
What if you don't like beer?
You can use it as lemon lime soda, vodka with lime, or tequila with lemon lime soda.
Sounds delicious. Where do you find it?
You can find it at your favorite store, or you can go to muchomachomichelada.com.
Find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat. And then we are back here at the Real Estate Rant, here at the towers of the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez. Happy birthday to Miss Gogo again, once again.
Beautiful daughter, Jalissa.
Right on, Jalissa. To my right here, Miss Lisa Lombardi from Chicago Title. And in-house today, we have NMR Windows and Manufacturing, Mr. Charles Villanueva and Carlos Bautista, also with CB Window Center. They manufacture windows, and interesting information that we're getting here for Windows stuff that I never even knew. And you actually brought up a question earlier. You were talking about permits. So if somebody gets or wants to order windows, they have to go to the city now to get permits to put these in?
Anytime you're going to do any kind of remodeling, you definitely, need a permit. So it would be advisable to make sure that you get a permit to make sure that at least whoever's going to put in the windows are going to put them in the proper way.
So what happens if you don't get permits? I mean, and they're still not proper.
Well, there's not a problem. I mean, owner builders. I mean,
There's a problem when the city comes by and they catch you in the middle of it to stop your construction and make you get the permit.
Yeah, they'll make you get the permit.
They want the revenue, Alex. They don't want you to.
Oh no, I know
what
what happens. I just want the listeners to
No,
know.
no.
But there's people that do it. That's why you see a lot of people doing it on the weekends when the inspectors are not working or on a holiday. Changing them all out. But I mean, the city. I remember I was doing a project in Southgate and I pulled permits for it, of course, but I never got it finalized because it's a process. I mean, it's a process. You go get your permit, you put them on, you have to call the inspector to go out and give you your final. So I installed all the damn windows, but I never got the final approval on it.
You got the value out of it. That's the important part.
I got the money, and I was one of those contractors where I made my money and ran.
Right on.
Well, Carlos, I'm
Go ahead.
starting.
Go ahead, Lisa, please.
Well, Carlos, I'm starting to realize I don't have very good windows here. Talking to you, gentlemen here, and I guess that sometimes, I mean, especially as a woman, owning my own home, sometimes you don't realize exactly, what to get. And sometimes when you have, a licensed contractor come to your home, when I did do my remodels. And trust me, some of them did try to take advantage of being a woman, not knowing exactly what I was doing. And I'm so glad I'm getting educated here. So for me, my house was built in 1978. So I would obviously need something updated by now.
I always advise anybody, I don't care who it is, to get at least 3 estimates,
Uh-huh.
I think it's very advisable because you don't, there's so many people out there putting windows and like we spoke earlier, they can go to Home Depot, they can buy the windows, you don't know anything about windows or, so basically they're going to put them anyway. And as I did a little earlier, explain to you that there's 3 types of windows in the industry, block frame, there's a block frame, there's the nail on, and there's a retrofit. But see, they're all double insulated. So when people say, "Oh, I want double insulated windows," well, all windows are double insulated. It's just like saying, "Hey, I want a car." And I wanted to have 4 wheels, power steering, and air conditioning. Well, all cars do that. But I mean,
I
now
wanted to say Porsche on the front.
There you go. Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
Lisa,
that's exactly what
that
it
is why we have a guest like that on our show to educate
Yeah.
the public and ensure their trust and
Yeah, right.
and not get ripped off.
Right, because I mean, having, if I was like calling someone to get windows, I would probably do exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Like, I want, I definitely want something that's insulated, that's for hot and cold, but I wouldn't really know exactly what to get.
Right, you have to make sure that you're getting the proper glass that they explain to you, because you can get an estimate and they can say, "Oh, I'm going to put in Cardinal glass," but maybe someone is going to give you a window, or more inexpensive window rather, but they're going to be a different type of glass.
What is Cardinal glass?
Cardinal glass is the best the best glass in the industry. We're one of the biggest industries in the glass. There, in order for
There's no birds involved in that.
no, there isn't any. No, not at all. As a matter of fact, even for them to even consider you purchasing from them, you have to, make sure that you're producing enough windows.
But what's special about the Cardinal glass?
It's just that it's a glass. No, it's just that type of glass. Like what he was just saying is a Porsche. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
It's the Porsche glass.
It's the Maserati
quality.
of
It's a glass.
So speaking of glass now,
Right.
you're speaking of the different types of glass. What's a glass coating?
The glass, coating a lot. That means like if you want the coating on the glass, sometimes means like if you wanted it tinted. You know what I mean? Like there's a bronze tint, there's a gray tint, and then there's also the laminated. Laminated is the kind that you just drive through and you can see like a mirror from the outside, and then from inside you can see out. Now that type of glass is usually used for industrial. Years ago, I used to use it for residential, but they don't do that anymore.
So when you're tinting a window, is it actually a tint or is it painted on the window?
No,
or
it's a
darker
tint.
glass?
It's a tint right on the window. I mean, however they do, if you want your windows tinted, they have other services, but that's altogether a whole different feel
'Cause
altogether.
I imagine the tint, like the car tints, in a couple of years is going to be peeling off.
No,
right?
nothing like that.
It's a film.
No, this is a film. This is already in the glass
In the
itself.
glass
In the
itself.
glass
Oh,
itself.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
cooked into
That's
It's
what I
coated on the
have.
glass,
I
yeah.
think I have a film on my glass in
Yeah,
my
you do.
up my upstairs in my bedroom
And it's
because
already peeling.
right, it's peeling now
Right.
because it keeps it dark in my room so I can sleep in sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Not you,
you
Lisa.
got to get your beauty rest, huh, Lisa?
Think that it's
sleeping
in
in.
the second story, more than likely. That's where all the heat is hitting.
Yes.
And that's the reason why they put it there.
Absolutely.
You definitely need a double insulated
I
vinyl window.
I do. And I just
So you
wanted to
just
ask
made
you.
a sale there. Nice.
Right. No, but I want to ask you another question regarding French doors. You guys do French doors?
We
It's
do
called-
French doors. That's one of our brand new. We just started manufacturing the French doors about 6 months ago, and also that's one of our newest product that we're working on right now. French doors.
Because I feel like my French doors they're not so durable.
And talking about that, we have a film on this door that we did. We had it on film, right, Charles? Why don't you explain to her a little about
Well, we demonstrated the durability and the quality of the glass. And we had a French door where we mocked a staged a robbery where someone came in, wanted to break into the house. It's a patio door, French door. And the guy, at first he tried to mess with the lock and he couldn't open it. So he decided to take a bat and smack the
heck out of one of the
the
little
heck out of
windows, huh?
window. Sorry. And he pounds and pounds and pounds,
it. You couldn't get it.
and he couldn't get it. It's shattered, and it would like the car windows when you
Right.
the,
Oh,
windshields.
they're tempered.
When
yeah,
you
they're
throw-
tempered, and then but he couldn't get in. He couldn't break through the glass, even just to try to get into the door.
And that's what the scary thing about having those French windows. You figure that they'll break one of those little glasses and stick your hand and unlock it.
Yeah, and they couldn't open.
No
So
more.
the tempered glass for a French door is, I could say, basically a guarantee that nobody's gonna go through. They'll break it, but nothing's going through. No bigger than a bat.
Laminated glass.
It's
Yeah.
Laminated glass.
Yeah, it's
Tempered glass.
tempered
Okay,
glass
glass.
sandwiched
Yeah,
into a
that's
seal.
Yeah.
Wow. Give us a
How
call.
expensive-
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How expensive is it to fix one of those if you happen to break it?
Not expensive at all.
Well, we remove the glass, and we replace the glass.
Replace the glass.
And you guys do sliding doors too
Yes,
as well
definitely.
too.
Patio doors, patio sliding doors, right?
So now speaking of glass again, what is low E glass?
That's the low energy efficiency glass. That's what we've been talking all
Right,
along.
yeah.
That's what's gonna low energy to conserve energy. Hot and cold.
Cold.
Yeah, and that's what
Well,
low.
in
low
terms of
means.
the public, it means that you save money on your electric and gas bills.
That's exactly what it does.
So so it keeps it, because I know my house gets really hot when I'm upstairs, so
Definitely.
it'll keep it
If you have
nice
your,
and cool.
Yeah, if you have your AC going and you want to cool at a certain temperature and it's hot outside, it'll stay cooler, better, longer than if you didn't have it, because the heat or the coldness dissipate and you have a seal that keeps it nice and cool if it's cool and it's hot if it's hot.
Yeah, if you've ever been to a house that maybe a flat roof home,
Oh,
one of
forget it.
one of the ones that were built in the 70s, and there's just a box pretty much, and then they have the older windows. They're hot.
They're hot.
on the inside,
Yeah.
especially in the summertime. And if you go into some of the newer homes, as soon as you walk in, they're just cool.
They're
and,
just
and
cool.
AC's not on.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
they're just cool automatically. It's insulative as well as protective now for the heat from the outside. Here's some interesting terms that you used the other day, Charles. Shortwave versus long wave, infrared energy. I was like, wow, man, the Windows get into that stuff. Wow, that's kind of, I've never even heard of some of that stuff.
Well, that was referencing the way the sun rays go through the house, and we're bombarded by the long ray. The sun gives out different rays, and this glass protects the person from the different rays that come from the sun. And one of them is, of course, the light rays, and the one is the heat rays.
Right.
And the glass protects the homeowners from that.
So will it protect like your hardwood floors as well too? If
Definitely.
the sun, because I feel like the windows I have now, I can see the fading of my hardwood
Oh,
floors now.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun usually eats up the paint, eats
Yeah.
up the lacquer or any finish, especially on wood, but you'll see it on plastic and aluminum. And they call it acid rain, where you see the cars that have their paint like
Oxidation.
oxidation kind of thing. And then you see good paint and then all messed up on top.
Just like on some cars, you see the clear coming off because of the sun. It's
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the effect of the
automatically
rays.
comes up.
Now that doesn't happen with the vinyl windows.
The vinyl window is a vinyl, but the glass itself protects you from those rays and keeps your home a little bit better. And these windows, the benefit that the homeowners get, and I'm sure the broker will appreciate, they give the house street appeal.
Well, the agent appreciates it too.
And the agents, of course, because what happens?
You can sell it.
Yeah, it raises the value of the property. It brings it to the 21st century, makes it a little bit more modern, and it gives that value. And
I think
then
that's my shoe.
and on top of that, you would have the cherry on the cake, which is the energy efficiency and the energy savings throughout the life of the house.
Right on. You brought up the thing about taking a bat to the French doors.
Okay.
I'm looking at my outline. If there's gas on the inside of the window and you break it, is that gas dangerous?
No, but that's not gas. You're talking
don't
about
put-
laminated.
Yeah, we don't put glass.
No, not on. We're talking about the French doors.
well, okay,
Yeah.
forget about the French door part. But what if you break a window that's got gas in it?
Air
No,
gun gas.
no,
It doesn't hurt nothing.
no, it doesn't hurt anything. No.
It can't go up in flames or
No,
nothing
no,
like
no,
that.
no,
No, it's
we're talking
not.
about-
I mean, I know that
I
sounds
know,
kind
yeah.
of funny, but I don't know this stuff. This is
Well,
what I'm
one thing
asking.
you got to remember, there's a lot of reasons. There's
Oops,
some.
I'm sorry. We are coming
Hold
out.
that
of our
thought.
break. Sorry about that.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more real estate rant.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
ProTech Carpet Tile and Care provides professional cleaning services for carpet, tile, grout, upholstery, and fine area rugs.
ProTech technicians are professionally trained and certified cleaning and restoration experts.
We specialize in restoring damage caused by heavy soil and odor.
We can remove challenging spots such as coffee, tea, ink, gum, wine, and many more.
We have saved our customers thousands of dollars on new flooring and furniture expenses with our advanced cleaning processes.
Call for a free estimate at 562-447-4300 and visit us on our website, www.myprotechsite.com.
Hey, this is Joe Perez, owner at ProTech. Just reminding you that ProTech Carpet and Tile Care is your professional choice.
Hey, this is Phil from the Three Guys Rant. I'm the good-looking one, in case you're wondering. I'm coming to you today about 90 for life.
There are lots of outdoor activities, but if you're unhealthy, you can't enjoy them. Well, that was us until we found the solution, 90 for life.
What is 90 for life, you ask? Well, 90 is the number of essential nutrients your body needs every day to fight off disease.
So if you're sick of being sick, go to our website, the3guysrant.com, and click on the longevity link today for a better and healthier tomorrow. Looking for some swag? Make sure to check out monsterclothing.com. They got everything from V-necks, t-shirts, hoodies, baby dolls. And remember, custom orders are always welcome and much more. They're just not on the site yet. www.monsterclothingco.com or call them at 888-49-MONSTER. 888-49-MONSTER. Hablamos español. Doo-doo-doo!
Live from the Rant Radio Network,
You're listening to Real Estate Rant with your host, Alex Alanis.
and your co-host, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
No problems, just solutions for real estate needs, hot topics, and controversial chat.
Look it up.
We are back here at the Real Estate Rant. The last segment coming up on here at the Rant Radio Network. I'm your host, Mr. Alex Alanis, and to my left here, my broker, Mr. Alonso Rodriguez.
Before we forget, Alex, I did promise a very special shout out to Mr. Borra from La Que Buena. You have that picture up there, Arvin? That's Mr. El Borra from La Que Buena, and there goes your shout out, Mr. Borra. If you're listening, keep up the good work.
And what does Mr. Borra do?
He's a local DJ for a Spanish radio station. On my way here, I came with time today. I was running. I didn't want to run late, and then I hear on the radio that they're right there on the corner of Slauson and Serapi, so I had to stop and say hello to him.
Oh, right on. I was actually out there today on Slauson and Serapis. Where were they? Where were they?
Right in front of Tierra Cafe, the Tierra Mia Cafe. They were right there in the middle, and I just happened to run into him.
There's a good tamale place right there too.
Good tamale.
I forgot the name of it, but I every time I pass by there, I see the sign right. So yeah, come on down. You can join us here on the show if you like next Wednesday. Every Wednesday here at 3:30 here at the Rant Radio Network. Give us a call at 556-934-4897. In-house today we have Anamar Windows and Manufacturing and CB Windows Center, Mr. Charles Villanueva and Carlos Bautista. You can reach Carl at 562 area code 760-4051 or go to anamarwindows.com. And you can visit their thing. Now, one of the interesting things that you guys do, you mentioned customer service, which I was kind of impressed with. Mr. Charles, you said that you guys, if I was a homeowner and I wanted to buy windows from you, you guys will actually give me a tour of the manufacturing shop.
Yeah, we invite the customers to come and look at the shop, and that gives the customer a security that we're not selling windows and moving to the next town. We've been here for a long time. You're going to be here for a longer time. And you can count and be assured that company's still there. The other thing that we have is that once you buy a window from us, and we put it up and everything else, and your kids or somebody flies the ball there and breaks the window, just give us a call and we'll go and take the broken window off and fix it for free.
So it has a lifetime guarantee, right?
Lifetime guarantee. Yeah.
Well, on the manufacturing, we have the lifetime warranty. On CB windows, we have the lifetime guarantee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The warranty is for manufacturing defects.
And your manufacturing company is locally also, right? You guys are located in Montebello?
In Montebello, that is correct.
Okay.
So if we can, Mr. Pantalon, let's just throw up the design deal again. Let's see if we can get a call, 855-693-4897. Win one of those gift cards, $25 to Steven's Steakhouse or $200 teeth whitening. Mr. Pantalones, are you there, sir? There we go. And without saying it out loud, you guys know what kind of house this is?
I
It is
do.
a multiple. Mr.
guess
Pantalones already.
I already guessed wrong.
He's already so
That's exactly what I
because it
guessed.
is because it is the last segment of the show. We will say that is a pit house. A pit house is half subterranean. It goes partially underground.
Underground, yeah.
And this looks like something out of Africa. I would tell you. I mean, although I believe that picture was taken somewhere here in the U.S.
So does that mean that house have a basement, Alex?
Yes.
No. They see the picture.
Show me some respect, boy.
Yeah, see the picture there. It's a bit subterranean, but there is some folks that live.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, right on.
Since we are on the last segment, let me read the
Where is
question
that
again.
house? I mean, where is that house out?
The real estate fun fact.
The question was, which famous skilled mason laid the cornerstone of the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. in 1793?
That was the answer?
No. That was
That's
the
the
question.
So what's the answer?
The answer is George Washington, which is the first president of the United States.
He's a Mason.
Wow.
There we go.
Mason,
See?
yeah.
There we go.
Mason.
Someone knows
Hey.
a little bit about history there.
Hey, Charles, so did you know that answer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you knew it.
Yeah,
Okay, right on.
he was one of the first Masons.
Masons, yeah.
Right on. So Lisa was asking that pit house, where was that picture taken? That's actually in Bernau, Germany.
Wow.
So I'll be honest with you, I've never known a German to live in such a house.
I thought they lived in Volkswagens. Oh no, those are the Mexicans. Right? Those are the Mexicans, right? When they pile in and you're getting how many can you fit in a Volkswagen?
Yeah.
Seen that commercial?
Well, they actually make Volkswagen in Mexico too. So
Yeah.
Farfignugan.
I bet you that house is hot and cold, very hot and cold.
Yes.
So I just want to ask you guys one question here too, either one of you. Is there like payment plans that you guys have?
Well, like I said, as far as the wholesale distributor, which is Sanamar, right there, it's just strictly wholesale. So you pay 50% up, and you pay 50% when it's picked up.
Cash is king, baby.
Cash you get, yeah. However, you're talking about CV windows. Now you're talking about a possibility of a payment plan, 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year.
Oh.
Yeah.
And is there interest rates on that?
There's
or-
no interest. Yeah, that's one of our biggest promotions, and right now one of our biggest promotions that we're doing is you buy one window, you get the second one at half price. You buy 5 windows, you get one free.
There you go. That's better than Dearden's.
That's better
Like
than
it, I like it.
Yeah.
Now you guys, I'm looking at your brochure. Do you guys do the shutters as well?
Yes, that's another one of our new products. We started the shutters approximately, I would say about 9 months ago. Our that's one of our new products right now, the shutters. And again, like I said, our brand new product is the French doors.
Is that also manufactured in your shop?
Yes,
the
they
shutters?
are. Right.
See, I need it all. I need
And
shutters too.
And shutters, shutters is a very important thing because you really cut down a lot on draperies and the sun and everything. It really helps a lot. Even if people can't afford windows, at least shutters, they would take care of a lot of the problem right there.
I'll tell you what, Lisa. I think you need a new house. So why don't you list your home? List your home
I
with
love my house.
List your home with one of
That's
the
what I'm talking
talented
about.
agents, like with AGR and Associates, and then we'll get you a new house.
With shutters.
And you got the title taken care of, right?
Yes,
So
I
there-
do. No, but when it comes to shutters, it really looks beautiful. I mean, I
Yeah,
know
they
that
do.
I know that my mother, instead of getting drapery,
Right.
that's exactly what she got was shutters.
And do they come in different colors, or the standard white and then?
Well, we only have shutters. We only have them in almond color, and we only have them in white. That's the only colors we have because they're vinyl.
So no
Okay, they're
pink
vinyl.
or
They're not-
So
purple.
they're the
They're
same
not.
material as the window.
They're the same. Yeah, they're
Oh,
they're
okay.
vinyl. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Right on.
And I just wanted to add that they really fit in good. When you make a combination of the vinyl window and the vinyl shutter, it looks beautiful. I mean, it's just it's a
Right
beautiful.
on.
Yeah.
Well, Carlos, I have to say, I love your hat.
Thank you
Okay?
so much.
Yeah, I love your
I
hat.
know.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I know you have some funny stories to tell us. I mean, you
Funny
may
stories.
you may not, but yeah. Well, see, I knew there was something that's hiding
I
in there.
don't know.
Give us an example. What is something funny that's happened throughout your window experience?
Oh well, I have to. I can't think of
Nothing off the top of your head.
nothing off the top of my head. Although I have a hat on, I can't remember.
Right on.
Yeah.
But you did mention now cutting up your hands down when you're
Yes.
doing the screens. I mean, how does that happen?
Well, not so many, so much when I was doing the screens. Mainly the cutting of my hands was when I was out there, removing the glass panes, taking out the glass and, putting in the new glass in. And, that's where you get a lot of cuts and what have you. You really have to be very careful when you're dealing with glass. Glass is something very dangerous. You really have to be very, very careful. And that's why it's so important to make sure that whenever you have someone that's going to be doing any type of work in your house, because you're dealing with glass or removing the old glass and everything else, you want to make sure that they know what the heck they're doing. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but it's
Yeah.
addicting, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different kind of
Yeah,
glass.
that's a different kind of. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Okay, give us a call 855-693-4897. You can reach Anamar Windows with Mr. Charles at 562 area code 760-4051. And this, because it is on YouTube, it will be burned into eternity. You can also go to animarwindows.com. They represent Anamar Windows Manufacturing as well as CB Window Center. And you know what? I have to ask. So I'm a homeowner, okay, and I want to replace my windows. What is a typical amount of windows that a homeowner would order? Say, 1,500 square foot house, typical fenestration. I mean, what is typical cost?
You're looking about 10 windows, okay? And you're looking about a contractor's price on 10 windows. You're mainly looking at somewhere about maybe anywhere between $15 to $2,000, depending where he's at, meaning if he wants grids, if he wants this or whatever,
Because there's some fancy
you're-
windows now that even have like an etching on them,
Right, exactly.
etching around them.
Yeah.
But you're talking about just the
Just
windows?
the windows, right.
Just the windows.
Just the
Okay,
windows,
so
yeah.
just to purchase the windows,
Yeah.
about let's say 2,000. You said
Yeah,
it's on
around
the upper
2,000,
side.
right.
See, that seems very economical to me.
Right.
Right.
That
Okay,
doesn't
so now-
include the installation.
So now the installation, what would the typical
Well,
charge
again,
for?
like I said, when it comes to installation, basically we can recommend you 2 or 3 people that will charge you whatever that's negotiable between you and them. We have 2 or 3 licensed contractors that we can recommend to you. Or another way that you can do it is go through the CB window. We have the service, that also you can go that route as well. And the only thing about the CB window is where we can give you the payment plan and the free window when you're ordering, 4 or more.
Nice.
And what's
So
a
that's
free window for the garage?
You can do
It's
use
usually
it
the
for the
small one
garage.
next to the thing right there.
Or that to match the doghouse when they're
Yeah.
There you go.
The bathroom.
Here's your
the
free
bathroom.
window, right?
It goes
There's
for,
your free
it
window,
goes for
yeah.
that little house that you had.
The
that
little
you showed
pit
up.
house.
The
They
little
show
pit house.
when I get
That's
in
what you
trouble
get
with
it.
the wife.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, let me add on that not only can you reach me at my number, but here's the number for the company. It's area code 323-726-2885. That's the office number. If you can't reach me, you can call the office there.
And
Right on.
the only other thing that I do want to add to that is that anybody is more than welcome, to come for a tour through the through our manufacturing facility, so we can show them how the windows are made.
I'd love
That's
to take a
something.
tour. You
That's
wanna take a
something that's
tour?
very, very.
I'm gonna post it on Facebook and
yeah.
have a whole kid what do they call those tours when they take the kids from school?
Oh, the oh man,
A field trip.
the field trip.
trip,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
There you
Yeah. Yeah. So right on. So Anamar Manufacturing, they will manufacture their windows. They'll allow you to go through their manufacturing company, and they will give you a tour of their shop there, and they guarantee their work. And quite frankly, I really like the fact that you guys make the windows and allow the homeowners to install them themselves. It seems very economical. A lot of the companies that I've had estimates on for particular homes, they're like up in the $15,000-$20,000, right? So anyway, thank you for joining us, gentlemen. We are up
Thank
at the end of
you.
the end of the show. Thanks
It's a
for
pleasure
joining us
having
here
you guys,
at Real
fellas.
Estate Rant. Coming up next at 5 o'clock, we have the Three Guys Rant with Arvin, Mike, and Phil. Join us next week here, same time, same place, 3:30 on Wednesday.
En el mismo tiempo y en el mismo canal.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in to Real Estate Rant Radio.
Make sure to join us every Wednesday at 10 a.m.
On the Rant Radio Network, where we talk about solutions to your real estate problems.
The views and opinions expressed by the host or any guest on this show are encouraged to be followed up by a professional tax advisor or attorney, as we are not qualified or authorized to give advice in 2 areas: legal matters and tax matters.